I planted some Ozark Beauties and some Eversweets down at the back of the bed. About 142 plants, and I'm finding that these Ozark Beauties are bigger and better. They've been in about let's see, about a month, and I've already harvested 2 large containers of berries, and they're absolutely beautiful and delicious. And here's, you can see what the size of it is, what the size of these berries are. And these are everbearing. They, you know, they produce from early spring until when it gets cool. We're here in Georgia, so we can get, you know, a few berries as late as November. But what I'm doing is I'm letting the babies plant themselves. I've got a couple extra spaces over here, and I'm gonna, once they start to root, then I'm going to transfer the babies over to this bed, and then the rest in between the plants in the other garden. And for maintenance, what I've found works best for me is going along the ground. I've cleaned this out pretty good, but I'll show you. Any leaves with spots, any leaves, even if they're good leaves, like even this one here, you can see where it's laying flat on the ground. I take those out, and I find that later in the season, right now, it's, you know, we haven't had any issues with thrips or anything yet, or slugs or anything like that, but I find if you pull this off the dirt, the bugs don't have a place to hide, and the moisture doesn't it doesn't collect moisture and mold and things like that. So I clip all that away, and so the sun can hit the ground a little bit. And I'll show you some of the products that I use too. I really really like these products. They're organic. And one is Serenade for disease control, and it works wonders on everything. Tomatoes, squash, anything that has a problem. And then I also use spinosad. And I found really this is the only thing, if you have trouble with thrips, this is the only thing that works. And it's, you know, they're all organic. Haven't had any issues with them, and it's just been a real pleasure not having to use the, you know, any dangerous chemicals in the garden. Thing that I've tried to keep the berries up off the ground, I did try forks. I saw a video online that said, you know, forks work really well. Well, once the berries start to get really heavy, they sink more toward the ground. What I found is really good is just to take one of the firmer, take the berries and find a firm stem and simply wrap it around, and then they just hang off their own stems to keep them off the ground. And this one here could use to come up a little bit. Let's see. And it works really well. Here's some there, and I can show you back in here. You can see where I've just hung them over the limbs. I find it's really working well. So hopefully this will be a good year for the berries. I know if you get a lot of rain, it attracts the slugs, which I found that I think it's called Captain Jack's Sluggo. I'll have to do another video on that. Works really well. But if you don't get a lot of rain, you can avoid, you know, that problem. But I'm hoping that, you know, removing the leaves from the ground, like there's some in there that need to come out, and having the dirt exposed will lessen some of the issues if we do get rain. You know, a lot of rain this summer. Thanks for watching.